Hello, everyone. This is Matt with Prepare Now. It's raining outside, and I thought, of course, to make a quick video about water. One of the most unthought about preps, usually. Usually, we go and get large bottled water from Sam's Club, Costco, 5-gallon, things to use in the office. If we're lucky and have a little extra money, we get the big giant plastic 50 gallons. Set it aside, prep it perfectly, and forget about it. But honestly, we really need to think a little deeper. I've been talking with some utility folks and my friends that work for the water company and kind of what their procedures and what they do, and it scared the crap out of me, honestly. So most utilities, especially would say you're outside of major cities, suburbia, normal people that probably watch this stuff, they have water towers and they have pumping plants. All need a lot of energy to pump this water. And the national government and other state governments have set standards. Most of it's 3 days of power for those generators. That doesn't mean that water is going to be there in 3 days. It just means that they have enough diesel on hand for 3 days. So let's say you have a good amount, you have a gallon of water for every person for, let's say, a month. That's great. But not totally done. You need to think of not only the water stored, but the water, how you can capture it. So that started making me think, okay, what are we going to do? Where are you located? Are you in Arizona where there's no rain? Are you located in the Midwest where you get rain occasionally? Are you in Florida when it rains nonstop? You've got to figure out a way to capture the rain, able to find other resources, and when that initial disaster strikes, capture as much resources as you can to make sure that you're ready to go when it starts to get bad. So the first one, capturing the rain. One of the simplest things I've heard and seen is using tarps and attaching it to your back deck, whatever, and making it kind of like a ramp into a bucket. Anybody can do this. I would suggest getting tarps in 5-gallon buckets on anybody's prep because you're going to use them whether you're working on your house or anything else. Number 2, every person should have a topographical map. You can get them on Google for free of where you are in the closest water supply. When I mean water supply, I mean pond, creek, anything that's constantly going to have water year round. And also see how long it's going to take you to get there. For me, a pond's about a quarter mile. So I have a wagon that's made that specifically can hold water in a certain amount and be able to bring it back. Next, you got to figure out what you expect you're going to get from nature. Because let's say you have a grid down situation. It's going to be months. And whatever caused it, we have to defend for ourselves. After the first 2 weeks of craziness, people are starting to help each other, but you're still going to have to find these resources. And the rules of 3, we all been told about it, and I'm not going to repeat it again. But food is good, but water is king. It's right up there with air. So we have to find ways not only to have a large stockpile on to get past that 2-week mark. So we don't have to come out. We don't have to deal with the crowds, the craziness, and everything else that's going on. Because those 2 weeks are going to be the crazies. Everybody that's not prepared, not ready, they're going to be going nuts. That's when crimes, gangs, everybody's going to be out. So the best thing is to hunker down or get to your location that you want to be at. So you need that first initial stockpile. But then you need to have multiple ways to resupply yourself without outside help. So I carry 2 different types of filters, not the little ones you get for camping. Sawyer, you can look them up. They make ones even for larger villages. There's also expedition filter systems, or even making your own using sand, charcoal, and the rest. Tons of videos out there. You can look them up. Have at least 2 different types. Do not include heat for doing this initially. I say this because that is also a limited resource. We want something that you can use that basically is good for a certain amount of time, certain many gallons, and you don't have to use another resource to get it taken care of. Also, I would strongly be able to know where other resources are in your area, whether it be, we discuss ponds and stuff like that. And also kind of figure out how much is your rainfall. I know this is kind of going down the bunny hole, but think about it. How many of you actually have looked up your charts and see how much is your average rainfall per year? Is that even possible for you to survive if you had that all come down and you captured every inch? I would say no. And that scares us. And right now, scared is no big deal because we can prepare for it. But that's definitely something that needs to be concerned, because I don't want any of my kids or any of my close neighbors that are going to help to have to worry about water supply. Being thirsty and dehydrated without water for more than 12, 24 hours is horrible. And I wouldn't wish that on the world. So think about what was said today. Make a plan. Add where you can. Don't go in debt for it. But think about it. Where you can get extra water. How can you get extra water? How big is your stock supply? If it's not 2 weeks, it better be. Just go ahead and find 2 weeks worth of water. I don't care if you have to put it underneath the mattress. But find that initial stockpile and how you're going to replenish it in multiple ways, depending on how things go. Again, this is Matt with Prepare Now. Have a great day.